That 4 is a 0. Yeah, that 4 is a 0. Yeah, Ben the biggest. He's the best character in the game. Best character in the game. Ben biggest.
Welcome to my channel. My name is Kat to the 7th, and I'll be your host today.
You know, I wanted to do something, chat. I can't believe I'm doing this. I can't believe I'm actually doing this. Give me 1 second. All right, let's look at it. Let's look at it. I don't usually look at this chat. I don't, but I just kind of wanted to see what they said. But let's just take a look. Okay, miyabi Prydwen. Okay. Huh. Okay. They have a T 1.5. I didn't even realize they had a T 1.5. All right, I'm already seeing some inconsistencies. Right, we just started. I'm already seeing some inconsistencies. Okay. Secondary DPS. Bruh. Stun. Okay. Oh, fuck. EO gonna be mad. Hey, EO gonna be mad, bro. So they have Prydwen with miyabi. All right. So my God honest truth for Prydwen right now is, if we're going off a tier list with everything that's in the game, you have to also include the shield. Yes, Prydwen is getting heavily fucking shield right now. She deserves to be there. Yeah. But the question is, would she still be there if when the buffs are no longer there? When she is no longer shield? That is the question. But as long as the buffs are there, as long as the shield is there for the content, she deserves to be there. But I don't know if she will continue to stay there when the shield is no longer here. Because the shield will eventually disappear for Prydwen, and it won't be here every single patch anymore in the future. So I think she probably will go down when the shield is no longer here. But I'm okay with it for now. Does Prydwen order their tier list, by the way, chat? Like I said, I don't look at it often. Do they order their tier list? Like, is this ordered? Are they saying Evelyn and Hugo are better than Yanagi, or is it not ordered? It's not ordered. Nah, they don't order. Okay, so it's not ordered. Okay, so they're basically saying they're okay. See, I just, this is what I don't like. Shiyu defense, absolutely. I think if we're talking Shiyu defense, Hugo's the best character in T.5 right here, right? If we're just talking Shiyu, but if we're talking DA, fuck no. He goes down, bro. And I love Hugo. You guys know I have a fucking M6 Hugo. I love Hugo. But it's just the God honest truth, bro. It's just the God honest truth. Like, bro, look, I have an M6 Hugo. Like, he doesn't have his gear on right now. His stats are, I swear, Evelyn's using his gear right now. But it's just the God honest truth. Like if we're talking, Shiyu defense, I just don't think he does. I do think he deserves to be up there. But if we're talking Deadly Assault, I don't think he deserves to be that high. I think he's still good in Deadly Assault, but I don't think he's crazy in Deadly Assault. That's why I wish they had two different lists. I really, really wish they had two different lists, because like when we get to stun, you're gonna see I'm gonna have very similar opinions on another character when we get to stun. So I wish they had two different lists, bro. Sorry, I'm trying to take a moment. It just breaks my heart. I love Sambi so much, bro. I love Sambi, so it breaks my heart. I wish she was better, bro. I wish she was better. I love Sambi so much, but it's the truth. It's the truth. I wish she was better, bro. It really does break my heart. I will never be dishonest on a tier list, bro. Like, you guys know my favorite character in Genshin is Eula, and I think Eula's like a T3, Tier 4 character in Genshin right now. She's so shit. Like, my love for a character will never affect my placement for them. I will always tell the truth, and Sambi is just worse than Yanagi. It's just the unfortunate truth. Ellen and Zhu on the same tier? I think that's fair. Because, you know, I was thinking about it, right? Because I saw people arguing that new Ellen was just as good as Hugo. But I have a friend named Fish. Fish, he was a very, very good TC, and he's also an extremely good Ellen player. He actually has a YouTube channel. He's been uploading his Ellen gameplay too. And when I see Hugo, Lighter, Lycon like top clears, they're always killing Marionette all at M0. Obviously they have their signatures, but they are killing Marionette. I've never seen a full M0 Ellen team, even with the buffs, kill Marionette. Even like her best in slot team, there's not a single one. So I do think she's just slightly below Hugo. Do we talk about how much? I don't think we talk about how much Zhu has aged. She has aged so well, chat. She's aged so well for a 1.0 character, bro. Think about it. Think about it, chat. She don't need no buffs. In my honest opinion. She don't need no buffs. She's a solid fucking character. Is she the strongest character in the game? Absolutely not. But for a 1.0 agent, I think she's perfectly fucking fine, bro. I think she's perfectly fucking fine. She is a good character. She's just a very solid fucking character. Right? Nowhere near the strongest, but nowhere near the weakest either. She's just perfectly fine. Haru, I'm probably gonna make this a video, chat. This is coming out before Yuzuha release. Do we bump Piper and Jane up when Yuzuha gets here? I've seen all the creator server stuff. I've talked to Lino. He was in the creator server. I talked to him. Do we move the physical anomalies up when Yuzu's here? I think I think I want to see some more gameplay, like when they're actually here. But probably. Haru, I'm gonna be real. Haru is just Juan, but electric and harder to play. If you're hitting the right amount of dashes every stun, Haru's pretty much just as good as Juan. If you're not hitting as many dashes, like does he get punished for being harder to play? Is the question. Does he get punished? Because like real talk, chat, like for real. Let's say the strongest DPS, because eventually, I don't know how long it'll be. There will eventually be a DPS stronger than Miyabi. I don't fucking know how long it'll be. Maybe it'll be next year. Maybe it'll be the end of this year. I don't know. One day there will be one, right? But whenever that day comes, and there is a stronger DPS than Miyabi, if they are harder to play than Miyabi, do you punish them? But if their theoretical DPS is 10-15% stronger than Miyabi, but they're harder to play, do you punish them? The way I'm looking at it right though, chat. So the people who are saying yes, you punish a character that's harder to play. So if that DPS ever comes out that's stronger than Miyabi, and let's pretend, because I don't know if they'll be harder or not, let's pretend they're harder than Miyabi. So you guys are saying that you would acknowledge that if they're played well, that they're stronger than Miyabi, but since the average player wouldn't be able to get that performance, you would still rank Miyabi higher than them? Is that what you guys are saying? The people who are trying to push for faster clear times and higher scores and just trying to like min-max the hell out of the game, they would get a new shiny toy that's stronger than Miyabi, but the average player would still prefer Miyabi. That's what you guys are saying. Okay. I see. I just don't agree with Neko. She deserves to be in T3. It's just a fact. Like, if you look at Neko's DPS, it's the same as Billy's. I don't know why people shit on Neko so much. Like, it's the same as Billy's. If you look at her DPS, it's the exact same. It's literally the exact same. I don't know why. Like, she deserves to be in T3. Like, I don't know why. Like, it just makes no sense. I understand that there's less people who want to play Neko, but just because there's less people doesn't excuse the facts. Like, her DPS is pretty much the exact same as Billy's. Like, why is it? Why is she in T3? Shouldn't Soldier be higher too? Soldier is way more dependent on lighter than Evelyn is. I think Soldier's actually fine at T2. Like, bro, playing Soldier without lighter is... And you know what? I can prove it. Y'all know Flossin? Y'all know Flossin, chat? Flossin, good content creator, good friend of mine, talk to him on a regular basis. Ever since I got this man his lighter, because I gifted him his lighter for him. Actually, no, that's not true. I told him to get lighter and I would guarantee his Ishwin for him. Yeah, that's what happened. But you don't understand. For him going from playing Soldier with Kaleda to lighter, he has opened his eyes, chat. Mr. Milking on You has opened his eyes. It's a night and day difference. You should see how much happier he is. Let's look at secondary DPS now. Vivian, that makes sense. Bernice, Yanagi. Chat, hear me out, please. I beg of you. I know I know the beginning of what I'm going to say might piss some of you off. Let me finish. Let me finish. Chat, hear me out. I am seeing people get higher scores on Fire Week fucking content using Vivian over Bernice. And for that, I think she deserves to go to tier 1. She has to get demoted, bro. That's sad. Bro, I'm sorry, that's sad. People are getting better clears and better scores on Fire Week content using Vivian than Bernice. That's sad. I literally did it on stream too. Because it was like last week, chat. And someone was like, because we barely got like 21k because their Jane wasn't that well built. Their Bernice was well built, so that's how we were able to get the 21k. But their Jane wasn't well built, so we did Jane Bernice. And then someone in chat was like, oh, just use Vivian. And he used Vivian and we got 27k with the exact same Jane against Pompeii, who's fire fucking weak. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I like Bernice a lot. I love Bernice. But I'm sorry. That's sad. Vivian really came in here and fucking diffed her like that? Diffed her like that, bro? Vivian diffed Bernice like that? Like, bro, what? Like, Bernice is losing in Fire Week, bro? Oh, dude, that's just... Now, the question I have for you, chat, does that mean Bernice is undertuned or is Vivian overpowered? Not overpowered. I should say overtuned, not overpowered. Is Vivian overtuned or is Bernice undertuned? Vivian's just overtuned. Bernice undertuned. Bernice is undertuned. I'm seeing a lot of people say undertuned for Bernice, and some people are also saying Vivian overtuned. Can both be true at the same time? I don't know. Can it? That's a good question. That's a good question. Yeah, we don't talk about Grace. I actually don't. Wait. Chat. Because what's her name? April, what? When Vivian first came out, got what, like 58K with Grace Vivian? Because Vivian is that good. Okay, yeah, maybe Vivian is overtuned. Maybe she is. Maybe she is. Oh man, but yeah, I think on my personal tier list, I put Bernice T1 because I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can forgive her for getting diffed in fire content, bro. Because like when Vivian first came out, I was like, okay, we'll use Vivian in Ether Week. We'll use Bernice in Fire Week. It'll be perfectly fine. And then Vivian just does better in Fire Week. Somehow. Remember earlier I was talking about how Shiyu Defense and Deadly Assault should be separated? I think Shingi goes up a tier for Shiyu. I think Shingi 100% goes up if it's just Shiyu Defense. I think you move Shingi up. I don't know if you do it, but for those of you who don't know, Chingy is like fucking incredible with Ishwin and Deadly Assault and Shiyu. Chingy just does very fucking well with Ishwin, regardless of what it is. Like, she just does fucking insanely well. It's actually kind of crazy how good Chingy is with Ishwin. You could make a argument. I don't know if you do it. You could make an argument for Chingy to go up just because of Ishwin. I don't know if you actually commit and do it, but I do think you can make a strong ass argument because Chingy is just really fucking good with Ishwin. Because like, I'm gonna be real, Lycon would be T1 if it wasn't for Mono Ice. Lycon is still solid for Hugo and Ellen, but it's Mono Ice that's keeping him in T0. Have you guys seen the new Mono Ice, bro? Chat, have y'all seen that shit? Okay, wait, going back to that, chat. Remember how we were talking about characters getting punished if they're hard to play? Do teams get punished if they're hard to play? Because this is the undisputed best M0 team in the game if you play it perfectly. And like, here, I can literally show you. And like, people have been doing this shit for months. And this is the newest rotation that people have found. So it's even better than it used to be. Two ultimates and 5 enhanced basics. It's the strongest fucking M0 team in the game. No, it's five. It was 5. That's 5. You guys count it wrong. That's 5 enhanced basics. Do I gotta watch it again? Because you guys definitely count it wrong. That was 5 enhanced basics and 2 ultimates. Now, the buff in this Shiyu gives is the reason why you can do 2 ultimates. So normally you would only get to do 1 ultimate. But still, even if you only do 1 ultimate, dude, it's just the strongest team in the game, bro. So, yeah, I do think Lycon is fair. Fufu. Can I be real? I think Fufu's T1. I think she's T0 with Ishwin and T1 without her. There's just better options than Fufu out in any other team. Fufu is just like... she's that okay replacement if you don't have the best in slot. That's why she has the partner tag. Then why doesn't Chingy have it? Are Prydwen casuals? Are the people making this tier list not that knowledgeable at the game? Because if that was the case, then Chingy should also have the partner tag because Chingy is just as good with Ishwin. Have you seen Chingy with Ishwin? Poker's T1. I don't care what anyone says. Poker is one of the most slept on characters in the game at M6. She needs her M6, yes. Yes, she does need her M6, but she's 100% a T1 character. That is a complete fucking fact. And I know Jay Stern shares the exact same sentimental that I do. Like, he thinks Poker is extremely slept on too. Like, M6 Poker is just good, bro. She's just good. She's just a good character. I don't really gotta say much about Kaleda and Ambi. I think Kaleda is okay. People always want to talk about Kaleda's stun speed. What a lot of people don't realize is you can stun too fast in this game. If you stun before you have your resources, if you stun before your DPS has your decibels, if you stun before you have the energy for a stun, you're gonna do a shit stun window. And doing a shit stun window just completely fucks your damage. So I think she's perfectly fine where she is. I will say this about Kaleda. If you have the damage, if you already have the damage, like if your characters are like highly fucking invested, like let's say your Eve has like M1, M2 with her Sig, your Astra's M1, Kaleda's gonna do great for you because your team already has the damage, so her not buffing that great doesn't mean that much, right? And she's gonna consistently guarantee you 4 stuns every single time because of her stun speed as long as you're playing correctly. Kaleda is a win more character. Kaleda gets better the stronger your account is. Especially when it comes to like Shiyu. That's why you'll see like in Shiyu speedruns, sometimes whales will still use Kaleda because they already have the damage. So like now they're just trying to kill faster, right? Nicole should be right beside Astra. That's fucking stupid. What are we doing? I don't give a fuck what anyone says. Nicole should be right beside Astra. Sokaku only deserves to be right here if you're factoring in Mono Ice. If you're factoring in Mono Ice, then she deserves to be right here. Caesar only deserves to be right here if you are factoring in all casuals. Because like you can't deny that Caesar is a godsend for casuals. But yeah, I would move her down to T1 personally. I would 100%. That's what I would do. But if you're gonna factor in casuals, I'll let it slide. I'm okay. I'm not gonna sit here and cry about it. Lucy, Pan. The more damn, lost my train of thought. The Rupture. The more Rupture agents we get that Pan can partner with, the better he will get. That's just kind of how it is. Like the more characters he can buff sheer force for, the better. What makes Vivian so strong? I don't really see her. She has kind of like absurd bloom damage, and she applies anomaly well. She does off-field well. She kind of just does everything Bernice does, but better. Rena. The honest to God truth about Rena is if we're saying M0, she's T2. I'm sorry. If she's M1, then yeah, I can 100% you fight to make her higher. But if she's M0, she's T2. Rena just gets so much from her M1, bro. I did see R2 get 50k with that Mono Shock team, but it was with an M3 Haru. How much can that Mono Shock team get if they're all M0? Like 30k? You say 40k? Do you have a video AI, Coleman? I would love to see it. R2 has an M0 video. Okay, we need to check that one out then. What was it? How long ago did he make it though? Because remember, health has gone up with M1 Rena. But the Haru's M0? Yeah. How much you get? 35? Okay. That's about what I expected. Yeah, 30, 35. I don't think Rena's bad. But there's just better options for most teams. She's just niche, yeah. Yeah, Rena is very good with Yanagi. That is true. That is very true. She is very good with Yanagi. EO gonna crash out. Yo, should I send a picture? Oh, EO gonna crash out. Yeah, I love EO. EO chill. I do think Seth is not as bad as a lot of people think he is. I don't know where I would personally put him though. I don't know. But I do think he is better than people give him credit for. This T4 is T0, chat. That 4 is a 0. Yeah, that 4 is a 0. Yeah, Ben the biggest. He's the best character in the game. Best character in the game. Ben biggest. The bigger Ben. Yep. Yep. Ben busted. You right. But that was a pretty impressive clear by Rakaruk. I saw his clear today. He had a very good clear with Panda and Ben. Yeah, Rakaruk is really good. He's a very good player. Don't get me wrong. I love Rakaruk. But some people forget that he has an M2 lighter. That would be like me posting funny clears and pretending that my supports are M0 on my channel. Like let's I know my supports are not M0. I post my clears for fun, and I don't, for fun little meme videos. I don't post them expecting other people to be able to get the same scores with the meme teams. I don't know. What would you guys give this tier list on a scale of 1 to 10 bang boos, chat? On a scale of 1 to 10 bang boos, what are we gonna give that? 7, 8.5, 5, 6, 6, 6, 6, 7. 5, not really accurate. I see, I see. I don't usually look at Prydwen, but I don't mind looking at it now and again. If I remember.